USC week. What does this mean for you? Just at this point of the season, I know both teams are not necessarily playing for what they want to be playing for, but it's always important.
Of course, like you said, we're not where we want to be, but especially growing up in SoCal, this game means everything. And I participated in a few here at UCLA too, so this game just means more. We're taking it seriously.
I mean, a lot of new faces to the rivalry game this year. You were just talking about earlier, there's only a handful of you guys that have experience. What has the messaging been like to the new guys that have never played in a USC UCLA game?
Absolutely. So the coaching staff has done a great job. They're trying to stress the importance of this, the pride that we have in this university, and we're getting that across to everybody else. So everybody is locked into this rivalry.
How would you assess how the offensive lines performed throughout the year, and where you started to, some of the strides you guys made middle of the season and to where you guys are now?
I believe that we have continued to improve throughout the season. That's a credit to Coach Kwan. That's a credit to the guys in the room, just sticking with it through all the ups and downs. A lot of downs, but I love these guys and they won't quit.
How have you seen Garrett step up as a leader this season? I know Skipper said that he's one of the first guys said when Skipper came in, we need a vote on team captain, stuff like that. How have you seen him step up as a leader this year?
He's been phenomenal. Garrett has been a pillar of this program for the 5 years that he's been here, but he's really stepped it up vocally this year. He's always been a phenomenal player, a phenomenal person, first in, last out kind of guy, always doing extra work, but vocally he's been great this year for us.
I know you guys always say every game kind of is the same week by week, but what would a win in this game do for you personally in terms of your outlook on this season when you look back?
Definitely ended on a positive note. We've dealt with a lot this year, but that's a great way to top it off.
When it comes to Coach Skipper, I mean, of course he was thinking that he was coming up with the practice plans from week to week when he got here, and now he's ending in a USC UCLA game. How have you seen him grow from the first week he was here to the last week?
I think Coach Skipper, he came into a pretty rough situation. He wasn't expecting to be in that position, but he's done a phenomenal job, and I've continued to see him grow and just take charge of this program week by week. It's been great to watch.
How would you say the players have handled everything, from the time that coaching change happened to now, and just kind of going through the ebbs and flows of it all?
Absolutely. Nico was fundamental after Coach Foster departed, keeping us together. Guys could have hit the portal, but no one left. We stuck together, went on a little run. That's a credit to the togetherness of this team, the bond that we share, and just our resilience overall.
What do you want your UCLA legacy to be? You thought about that after the time and all the sweat you've put out here?
Not really. I'm just taking it one day at a time, week by week, just being present.
What are you guys seeing out of the USC defensive front?
They're a very talented front. They're athletic. They're strong. But just, again, taking it 1 week at a time. This week is the last week. But just giving it our all, preparing like we always do.
Being familiar with a guy who coached at UCLA, is it similar scheming to what you saw in practice back then?
Yeah, we'll expect some similar stuff. They have a couple wrinkles as well, but we're just going to prepare for it as we would any other opponent.
Thanks, Sam.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Good luck.
So, what have you heard from the guys this week on how important USC UCLA is?
Yeah, everything started on Sunday. Truthfully, they had maybe a 4-minute video kind of explaining the rivalry, how long history, talking about the victory bell, just everything, and being able to have former alumni come in and talk to us about how important this game is. So I think they've done a pretty good job at kind of bringing everybody together, and so we all know how important this game is.
I'm trying to remember, you are a Southern California product, right?
Yeah, I'm from Palmdale, California.
Did you ever attend, either as a recruiter or as a fan, any UCLA USC games?
Yeah, I have actually. I couldn't tell you what year, but I have. And, my former linebacker coach in high school, Reggie Carter, came to UCLA. He harped on the rivalry almost every day at practice, whether UCLA was playing that week or not. He didn't like anybody wearing any red. It's been something I've been told for a long time.
When you see USC's explosive offensive weapons, like Lemon, Lane, what are you guys focusing on this week to try and limit the production?
Really just focus on us. Really just honing in on the details. It's just small stuff that in the other games, if we do this better, there's no explosive play. So that's really been the main focus, just focus on us. Because, every team we played has really explosive players. So.
And what do you think about their quarterback?
Yeah, I think he's really talented. I think he does a great job at getting out the pocket when he needs to, and just he trusts his receivers. So they have no problem just throwing the ball up, and his receivers are going to make plays. So.
You know, of course, when a coach steps in, knowing it's a temporary situation,
Yeah.
what have you seen from Coach Skipper keeping the attitude high throughout this 8-game run?
Yeah, I think he took the job as him being the head coach. I don't think he looks at it as a temporary thing or just an interim thing. I think he has done a great job at bringing us together and just asking us what we need and what we may not have been given before, and kind of just listening to the players and like, okay, our bodies are hurting this day. He's like, okay, we'll tweak some things during practice. So I think he's done a great job.
How much of an impact would a win have on the way you look back on this season?
Yeah, we talked about it in the team meeting. Beating SC would undo every wrong that has happened this season. That and the Penn State win, I don't think we could ask for anything more.
And at the end of that Washington game, we saw Cole get on the field a little bit for the defense, make a play. If he has an expanded role, what do you think he could bring to this defense on Saturday?
I think youth, truthfully. I think he's really talented. I think the coaches have done a good job at integrating him slowly throughout practice so he feels comfortable enough to go out there and just make a play.
So we're at the end of the year. I'm curious, has there been any of your teammates, scout teamers, who have impersonated the other team's offense all year? Has anyone impressed you this year? Has anyone earned a shout out for the work they've done?
I'm going to say Madden when he was over here. He's not with the scout team anymore. Jace Brown. Pretty much all of them. I think they do a great job each week. Because it's going to take me forever to name everybody's name, but I think they do a great job at giving us a real game-like look.
Thanks, Isaiah.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.